Hey guys, welcome to the show. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're doing great. Excuse me. So we have a show this evening about CERN. CERN's always interesting, right? They're always up to crazy things. A lot of crazy things happening at CERN all the time. You guys may have heard of this. You may not have heard of this already. It's relatively new for me, anyway. So there's a CERN scientist who he's a physicist, and he's basically calling it, excuse me, a ghost inside the particle accelerator. So it's a strange entity, they're saying. Certain scientists claims to have captured a mysterious entity inside the particle collider itself. Basically, the thumbnail that I have up on screen is, the thumbnail for the title of the video of the show. I'll show you. But basically, I'm going to play a couple videos too, but that's the physicist on the right of the thumbnail is the guy who discovered all this stuff. And I'll bring it up for you guys to look at while I'm talking. I'll bring it up. Okay. Yeah, so basically, this is the guy here on the left side of the screen. He claims that he's discovered a strange entity or a mysterious entity or whatever you want to call it. Actually, we're calling it a ghost inside the particle accelerator. We all know CERN is dealing with a lot of weird stuff. You've heard of portals to other dimensions. There's a video I'm going to play of another CERN scientist or physicist, a female, who actually claims there's like a massive portal underneath CERN where multiple dimensioned beings are coming through this portal. I don't know how much of this you guys believe. I do know that like there's a lot of strange things happening at CERN all the time. So the deal with this guy is that apparently, so deep inside of CERN's underground labs, there's the Super Proton Synchrotron, a Super Proton Synchrotron. So this is the device that's found something incredible. So this device, this undercover four-dimensional force messes with the paths of zooming particles is what it does. And hidden in the depths of the phase of space is an unknown force they're calling it the 4D ghost. So it kind of interacts and throws this delicate dance of particles into chaos. Pretty crazy, right? They're calling it a 4D ghost, an entity. This is the guy on the left side of the screen that you're seeing here who discovered it. And before I get into the videos, I'm just going to quickly tell you a little bit about it. So the scientists obviously at CERN in Switzerland and the scientists at a university in Germany, Goethe, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, university in Germany, they discovered this mysterious ghost, if that's what you want to call it. And this being or this entity, this particle ghost influences how particles move through this super proton synchrotron, or SPS is the acronym for this huge device. So this ghost is a 3D shape that changes over time. So it's best understood in 4D. The idea behind it is similar to why coffee spills when you walk or why your friends fly high on a trampoline bounce. I don't know if that's supposed to help us understand it, but there you go. So the SPS is a huge circular machine, almost 4 miles wide. It was actually built in the 1970s. And that might seem old, but it's still super important at CERN. In 2019, it actually got an upgrade called a beam dump, which works like a safety ramp for the powerful beams inside of this SPS, or what does that stand for? Super Proton Synchrotron. So we got a huge update not too long ago, 5 or 6 years ago, when scientists spotted a glitch or a ghost in the machine. They knew it was crucial to figure out what was happening for future experiments. So a ghost happens because of a resonance. This is when energy creates waves, and those waves mix together, forming spots where energy builds up. For example, the whole coffee thing again. When you walk with coffee, every step makes a ripple or a wave in the cup, right? So these waves meet and they cause the coffee to spill. Or on a trampoline, when one person times their jump with another, it boosts their jump much higher. The SPS is a type of particle accelerator, is what this thing is. Spilling harmonic coffee means losing important photons, which lead to beam degradation, right? So the physicist who discovered this, his name is Giuliano Franchetti. He's from the GSI in Germany. He explains the challenge of particles often don't follow the path we plan for them. They deviate, get lost, and this leads to what we call beam degradation. So this is this egghead guy on the left. The degradation complicates scientists' efforts to maintain the precise conditions required for their experiments. Resonance, the underlying cause, occurs when oscillations synchronize, like how planets influence each other's orbits through gravity, or how a tuning fork vibrates in response to another. By unraveling this four-dimensional ghost, scientists aim to better predict and control these deviations, enabling more precise and successful particle physics experiments. So this is the creepy part about it. There's like actual, I wonder if we can pull up an image of this actual so-called entity or ghost that's getting caught inside of the particle, the SPS or whatever they call it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Picture of the CERN ghost. Oops, headphones. Scientists search for. That would be weird and creepy. I don't think this is it, but that I'll show you anyway what's coming up. Might be it. It looks creepy. This is what they're saying this thing actually looks like. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys what this thing actually looks like. This this ghost thing that they're saying that they actually caught in this SPS machine. Super zoomed in particles. So like this is the shape that this thing takes. It almost has like a weird, creepy looking face to it, doesn't it? So this is the so-called 4D ghost that they're claiming. Sorry, that they're claiming that they caught in this giant machine, a type of particle accelerator called the SPS. So this this scientist at CERN, like I said, his name was. Do you guys remember what I said his name was? It had a crazy name to it. Something. What was his name again? Anyway, the guy that's on the thumbnail on the left, he's the one that first discovered this so-called entity at CERN. So now that you guys know the backstory, let me play a couple videos attesting to this kind of creepy thing that's going on at CERN, okay? So let me get my headphones on here so you guys aren't hearing some crazy echo. Echo, 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 echo. Yeah, none of y'all want the echo, right? All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Now that I read you the backstory of this so-called ghost that's caught in this SPS and showed you some pictures, let's get into this video that I got ready for y'all. Got a couple of them. This is the one. This is a short one that kind of basically explains what I just said, and then there's a more creepier video that I'm going to play for y'all. So let me bring up this one first. It basically goes over what I was just saying to you guys and shows the scientist and the guy who captured this type of four-dimensional ghost or whatever. So it's not long. This is the one right here. This is the guy. This is my exact thumbnail.
This CERN scientist claims to have captured a mysterious entity inside the particle collider. Deep inside CERN's underground labs, the Super Proton Synchrotron has found something incredible. This underwater fourth-dimensional force messes with the paths of
Synchrotron.
zooming particles hidden in the depths of phase.
It's actually a Super Proton Synchrotron is how it's pronounced.
Paths of zooming particles hidden in the depths of phase space. This unknown force, called the 4D ghost, throws the delicate dance of particles into chaos. Scientists at CERN in Switzerland and Goethe University, Germany, discovered a mysterious ghost that influences how particles move in the
This chick is literally just reading the article that I read to you guys.
Super Proton Synchrotron CS.
And she can't pronounce the thing correctly. It's the SPS. It's not PSE. It's S. It's an SPS. It stands for Super Particle Synchrotron.
SPS.
It's a type
This
of machine.
ghost is a 3D shape
Particle collider
that changes over time, so it's best understood in 4D. The idea behind it is...
We don't need to listen to her read the article that I just read to you, but I want to now I'll show you the video that's more kind of creepy and unexplained stuff about what's happening here. So here we go.
The Large Hadron Collider has long been a source of fascination and mystery, with numerous claims and theories circulating about its true purpose. We've already covered the strange statement made by Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger.
Oh, and by the way, guys, that 4D ghost that I was talking about that the guy captured, apparently, I'll show you what it looks like super quick, and then I'll hop back to that video. So apparently this is a blown up image here of what this 4D ghost looks like that's caught inside of this SPS. It's right here. It looks creepy, like a face. It looks like a creepy kind of face. See, it's right here. Check it out. So this is the entity. This is the mysterious entity that was discovered by this particle physicist in this SPS, in this super particle synchrotron machine, which is a type of particle accelerator. And this is what they're calling this 4D crazy ghost thing. Okay. Sorry. So now let me just quickly go right back to that video with the lady that talks about like a big portal underneath CERN, letting in like different entities and stuff. So you guys can make up your minds whether you believe her or not or whatever. She's apparently a scientist there.
Swiss scientist who has claimed that CERN may be involved in a hidden nuclear program. According to her, there is said to be a portal beneath the facility, through which multi-dimensional beings are believed to move in and out. She also stated that physicists working at the collider have spoken of at least 17 different dimensions of reality, suggesting that our understanding of existence is far from complete. Another new claim is that the Super Proton Synchrotron has unveiled something truly remarkable.
That's what I was just talking about, the Super Proton Synchrotron, the SPS.
Scientists have identified a strange, four-dimensional disturbance influencing the precise movement of particles. Nicknamed the...
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
Sorry.
Meet Base 44.
Four-dimensional ghost. This invisible force disrupts the expected path of particle beams, introducing unexpected complexity into a system once thought to be thoroughly mapped. What makes this finding particularly intriguing is that the ghost doesn't exist in just 3 dimensions. It evolves over time, making it a 4-dimensional phenomenon, deeply hidden within the phase space where particles perform their delicate and powerful dance.
Creepy, hey? The chick said there's a massive portal underneath CERN that lets in entities from other dimensions. Think about
This
that.
ghostly disturbance was discovered by scientists from CERN in Switzerland and Goethe University in Germany, who were closely monitoring the upgraded systems of the Super Proton Synchrotron. In the year 2019, the synchrotron underwent a major enhancement with the installation of a new beam dump. This device functions much like a safety ramp, safely absorbing high-energy beams that can no longer be used. However, shortly after this upgrade, scientists noticed irregularities in how the particles moved, anomalies that seemed to defy previous expectations. It was clear that something invisible and unaccounted for was interfering with the synchrotron's high-precision operations. Physicist Giuliano Franchetti of GSI in Germany explains that particles often do not behave the way they are expected to.
This is the guy.
They drift from their predicted paths, get lost, and ultimately cause what is known as beam degradation. This phenomenon can make experiments difficult to control, especially when exact conditions are required for particle collisions or detailed measurements. The culprit, scientists believe, is resonance, an effect well known in physics that occurs when energy waves amplify each other.
This just goes and proves that there's so much more around us than we know of. Just because your eyes can't see what's going on, even the Bible in Ephesians chapter 6 talks about, it's the forces in unseen places that we fight against, not against flesh and blood, but against rulers and principalities in unseen places.
Sometimes in destructive ways. To make sense of this resonance, scientists use simple real-world comparisons. One example is how coffee spills when a person walks with a cup in hand.
Guys, just repeating what I said.
Each step creates waves in the liquid. These waves synchronize and eventually push the liquid over the edge. Similarly, when multiple people bounce on a trampoline and time their jumps, the resulting energy magnifies, launching one person higher into the air. In the SPS, the loss of valuable particles due to resonance can be likened to spilling that important scientific coffee, making precise control of experiments much...
This dude's literally just reading the same article I did, and he's using AI voiceover to read it for him. That's all he's doing.
Much more challenging.
It's kind of annoying.
The situation becomes even more urgent as particle beams become more energetic. In research involving nuclear fusion, for instance, understanding how energy is lost is critical. When harmonics, repeating wave patterns, interfere with systems like tokamaks, they can create energy dead zones. These areas lose essential heat, hindering the goal of achieving effective fusion reactions. Similar interference in the SPS risks compromising high-value experiments, making it crucial to understand and manage the ghostly disturbances. Although particles in the Super Proton Synchrotron primarily move in just two directions, the reality is more complex. Like light traveling through a fiber optic cable, the particles bounce around slightly within their beam path due to the beam's natural thickness. The synchrotron, while not a perfect geometric ring, is built using advanced but still imperfect human technology. Even minor fluctuations in the magnetic fields that guide the particles can cause subtle shifts that lead to resonance. This is where the ghost makes its presence felt, not in obvious ways, but in the small, accumulating changes that shift the entire system's behavior over time. To understand and map these subtle effects, researchers turned to a mathematical approach called the Poincaré section. Named after the French mathematician Henri Poincaré, this technique is used to break down complex systems by observing how moving points intersect with a fixed section of the system over time. Think of it like taking repeated snapshots of a specific region in space and then turning those snapshots into an animated loop. This method becomes especially powerful when time is included as a fourth dimension, allowing researchers to track how the ghost-like force behaves across both space and time. Using this method, scientists identified fixed lines within the system, paths where particles are more likely to cluster. By closely studying these paths, they discovered that the ghost creates a shape that evolves over time, influencing how energy flows and particles behave within the synchrotron. Understanding this shape helps scientists know where problems may arise, especially in regions of resonance that can disrupt experiments. Franchetti, along with his colleagues Frank Schmidt and Hannes Bartosik, published their findings in the journal Nature Physics. They stress the importance of mastering resonance and nonlinear dynamics in accelerator physics. Without this understanding, the loss of beam particles will continue to challenge efforts to achieve higher precision. As researchers continue to push the boundaries of science using machines like the Super Proton Synchrotron, even small irregularities can affect major discoveries. A ghost hidden in the math of movement might sound abstract, but its impact is real and potentially costly. The implications of understanding this four-dimensional ghost go beyond the Super Proton Synchrotron. If scientists can model and manage these disturbances, it may lead to better design and operation of future particle accelerators. It could also help avoid the breakdown of expensive experiments due to beam degradation, and even contribute to improving technologies in fusion energy or advanced medical treatments using particle therapy.
This is from an article that I just read. So, I mean, that's what it's being called, right? They're calling it a 4-dimensional ghost inside of the SPS, the Super Proton Synchrotron. They're saying that it reacts weird to particles and resonance and stuff. And we all know that there's more going on around us at all times than we can just see with our own eyes, right? There's no doubt about that. So I have a video that I found. I don't know if you guys will believe this guy. I don't know what to make of this guy either. He claims to be a doctor. He claims to be a doctor that works for CERN. It's really conspiracy and like weird, but like maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge. He says some real weird stuff is going on at CERN, and if people knew where he was, they would exterminate him and blah, blah, blah. So, you know what? I'm not doubting that there's not creepy stuff going on at CERN, because I think there is. I don't know if you guys seen all the crazy pictures of storm clouds up above Geneva and like the amount of energy that this thing puts out and the Mandela effects. And there's been a few CERN physicists that have claimed there's portals to dimensions and stuff under there. So I'm going to play this, and you guys can give me your opinion and let me know what you think, if this is just some dude pimping for views or if he's actually who he says he is.
Please be advised of the following. 1. I am breaking international laws regarding privacy and secrecy by publishing this information. 2. I am not going to disclose my location, since I know that any attempt to prove what I've seen or what I've been part of will result in my immediate and thorough extermination.
3. My background music means it's real, 100%.
My name is Dr. Edward Mantiel, and I was, technically still am, a physicist at CERN, located in Geneva, Switzerland. I specialize in particle and subatomic research.
Okay, wait. Your full name is Dr. Edward Mantiel. You're still a doctor at CERN, but if your location is given away, it's going to result in your immediate extermination. Does anyone else find a problem with that statement?
Focusing on quark interactions. In other words, I study very, very small particles and how they interact with one another at very high speeds. Until Thursday, January 15th, 2014, I was a normal scientist living and working on the CERN campus. Most of the scientists who are involved in the branch of research that I am live on campus at the facility in Geneva and venture out only for social activities and the occasional visit home. Most of you who have heard of CERN will have heard of the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider, the largest scientific instrument which exceeds 20 miles in diameter and travels under the sovereign territory of 2 countries, Switzerland and France. The public has been told that it was constructed at a cost of tens of billions of euros for the purpose of studying the birth of the universe, and the collisions that take place within the collider allow us a quick glimpse at certain phenomenon that can only be witnessed when particles hit one another at incredibly high rates. This is not what the machine was designed for, nor is it what the machine has been used for since its inception. CERN's main purpose for building the collider was to open a doorway. Allow me to explain. The doorway idea came into fruition in the 1960s. After years and years of attempting to hide UFO phenomena such as the Roswell incident and the Battle for Los Angeles incident, well, before that, the governments of the United States, Great Britain, and France decided to throw their weight behind the understanding of what precisely these objects were. After years of attempting to hide UFO phenomenon,
Okay.
I will bathe the starways in your blood.
It's in CERN, Switzerland. Now, you may not be aware of what's going on over there, but there's a thing over there that's called a Large Hadron Collider, and it is an accelerator. It accelerates particles and then brings them to the point of collision. Listen carefully. These are the words of Stephen Hawking. He recently warned the reactivation in March of CERN's Large Hadron Collider could pose grave dangers to our planet. The ultimate reality check, we are warned. Hawking has come straight out and said the God particle, and this is what you've heard referred to time and again as the Higgs boson particle, the God particle found by CERN could destroy the universe.
This quote is from a respectable scientist, in fact, one of the founders of this field, that may look a little strange to you who don't follow theoretical physics, but there is a very clear prediction that our most successful theory of nature makes, and that is that there are an enormous number, mind-bogglingly large number, of parallel realities.
Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson has also sounded the alarm in a hypothetical manner by telling anyone who might want to blow up a planet how to do so is this CERN's attempt to do so by attempting to recreate the Big Bang within a man-made structure. This has frightened Stephen Hawking so much. Do they know that they know that they know what they are doing? Ask yourself, how much energy is keeping it together? Neil deGrasse Tyson told co-host Eugene Merman on his Star Talk radio show, then you put more than that amount of energy into the object, it will explode.
I can't stand Neil deGrasse.
They're looking for the very building blocks of what brought all of this together. But let me give you just a little bit of what has been happening. Where they have done this experimentation, strange things are happening, unexpected by the scientists. Paranormal phenomena, they like to call it. Apparitions, ghosts, all kinds of demonic spirits are beginning to manifest themselves. Here we have, in CERN, Switzerland, a huge wheel. Inside that wheel,
this clown and his background music is so annoying.
Is a Hindu god. And his purpose is he is one of the triad gods, one of the greatest gods of Hinduism. Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. Brahma is the god of creation. Vishnu is the god of preservation. But Shiva is the god of destruction.
Okay, so you're definitely not a doctor working at CERN. Are you? No, you're not. You could tell that in about 10 seconds when you couldn't even pronounce the Large Hadron Collider. Couldn't even pronounce it correctly. CERN portals at the Large Hadron Collider and UFOs. Ooh. Physicists just reported there's a portal underneath CERN. Really? Gotta check that out. You heard it here, guys. A physicist just reported that there is a large underground portal underneath the Large Hadron Collider, letting in beings. Let's check her out. Let's see who she is and what she's all about. I wasn't trying to rhyme that.
Are you ready to discover the secret to affordable premium smokes? Tired of spending an arm and a leg for government
I don't
tax?
want smoke.
Actually, CERN is dealing with radionuclear research, but it is more than that because there are lots of physicians. I know some. They're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
In a stunning revelation causing a scientific stir, a physicist has made an astonishing discovery that might completely change how people understand space, time, and human place in the universe. The report reveals that there appears to be a secret portal deep beneath the complex underground facilities of CERN. This mysterious gateway could lead to dimensions and worlds far beyond what people currently know.
I don't doubt it.
Join us as we dive into this physicist claim and uncover the chilling secrets that might be lurking in the shadows beneath CERN. Astrid Stuckelberger's explosive claims.
Stuckelberger.
Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger, a seasoned expert in public health who has collaborated with international entities like the World Health Organization, has recently made some startling claims that go well beyond typical scientific debates.
What would she have to know about CERN?
She argues that CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, known for its groundbreaking work with the Large Hadron Collider, is not just exploring the fundamental particles of the universe, but is also allegedly engaged in a covert nuclear program. According to Dr. Stuckelberger, this program's details are being kept hidden from the public for reasons that remain unclear.
It would make sense.
But her revelations take an even more dramatic turn. She suggests that beneath CERN's massive underground facilities in Geneva, Switzerland, lies a secret portal, a kind of gateway to alternate dimensions or realities. Dr. Stuckelberger claims that through this hidden doorway, beings, possibly from other worlds or dimensions, have been coming into our world and leaving it undetected. These allegations have sparked intense discussions and speculation across various online communities, especially among those who believe in concealed scientific experiments and secret government operations. Adding to the interest, Dr. Stuckelberger asserts that several CERN physicists have privately informed her about the existence of not just a few, but at least 17 distinct realms or planes of existence. These realms are said to coexist alongside our reality, accessible only through unknown and potentially dangerous scientific means. She suggests that this knowledge could have profound implications for our understanding of the universe and humanity's place within it. Moreover, Dr. Stuckelberger connects her claims to other controversial topics, like the famous statue of the Hindu deity Shiva, known as the Destroyer, which stands at CERN's headquarters. She suggests this symbol may hint at the organization's true intentions, which she believes go beyond mere scientific research. While CERN officials have dismissed these ideas as conspiracy theories, the secrecy surrounding certain experiments, such as those attempting to create small black holes or explore dark matter, continues to fuel a variety of speculative theories online. These bold claims by Dr. Stuckelberger have only intensified the public's fascination with CERN, leading to ongoing debates about the potential existence of hidden technologies, alternative dimensions, and even extraterrestrial contact. Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger gave an interview with Maria Zede on Zede Media about 2 years ago. This interview, which was widely shared across various platforms, drew significant attention due to the unusual and intriguing subjects she discussed. Among the most surprising revelations, she disclosed that CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, is not just involved in advanced scientific research, but is also deeply engaged in radionuclear experiments. She emphasized that many of CERN's physicists are conducting experiments that go beyond conventional science, entering the realm of the extraordinary. One of the most shocking claims Dr. Stuckelberger made was that certain physicists at CERN have informed her about the existence of mysterious entities that supposedly enter and exit through portals during their experiments. These portals, according to the information she received, could potentially be doorways to other dimensions, adding a layer of mystery to the already complex work being done at CERN. Dr. Stuckelberger's statements, while startling, are not entirely isolated. She is part of a growing group of individuals who have raised concerns about the nature of CERN's research. The assumption that CERN might be secretly involved in nuclear activities is rooted in the fact that their work involves high-energy particle collisions. These collisions, which occur in the Large Hadron Collider, simulate conditions similar to those in nuclear reactions, leading some to draw parallels between CERN's work and nuclear technology. However, it is crucial to understand that CERN's research is fundamentally different from nuclear weapons development. The LHC was built to study the fundamental building blocks of the universe, subatomic particles like protons, neutrons, and electrons. The LHC operates at energy levels that are incredibly high, but still not nearly sufficient to cause nuclear explosions or create weaponry. Furthermore, CERN operates under some of the most stringent international regulations in the scientific community.
There's definitely a lot of talk about it, and when you have PhDs and doctors repeating the same thing, there's got to be some truth to this.
Founded in 1954, CERN is a hub for cutting-edge research in particle physics, with its discoveries often pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. To ensure complete transparency, CERN publicly shares its research findings in open-access scientific journals, allowing scientists and the public alike to scrutinize and build upon its work. The organization's facilities, including the famous Large Hadron Collider, are regularly inspected by international regulatory bodies, such as the International Atomic Energy Agency, to ensure compliance with global safety standards. However, despite these rigorous protocols, Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger, a prominent figure in public health, raises concerns that echo a broader unease within the scientific community. The fear that advanced scientific research could be misused for military or other nefarious purposes. This concern isn't merely speculative. History offers sobering examples, most notably during the 20th century when the groundbreaking scientific discovery of nuclear fission was repurposed to develop nuclear weapons. The creation of these devastating weapons during World War II not only altered the course of history, but also served as proof of the dual-edged nature of scientific progress. The hidden portal at CERN.
Yeah, what's up with this?
One of the most interesting parts of Dr. Stuckelberger's claims is the idea that there might be a hidden portal beneath CERN.
Might be.
According to this theory, this portal could let beings travel between different realms, which sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie. In these films, advanced technology often acts as a gateway to other dimensions or alternate realities. This theory revolves around the Large Hadron Collider, the world's most powerful particle accelerator, located at CERN near Geneva, Switzerland. The LHC's goal is to recreate the conditions of the universe just moments after the Big Bang. By smashing protons together at nearly the speed of light, scientists hope to learn more about the most basic building blocks of the universe. Some scientists assume that the extreme conditions created by these collisions might cause distortions in spacetime. These distortions could potentially create microscopic black holes or even wormholes, hypothetical tunnels through spacetime that might connect different parts of the universe. Though these ideas might sound like something...
Imagine bringing your side project to life, just by thinking about it.
Imagine shutting up and not getting peppered with ads.
Fiction novel, they are rooted in genuine scientific theories. For instance, the concept of a wormhole originates from Einstein's theory of general relativity, developed in 1915. This groundbreaking theory explains how massive objects, like stars and black holes, can warp the fabric of space and time, creating a sort of tunnel that might connect distant parts of the universe. Despite the excitement these theories generate, there is currently no solid evidence that CERN's experiments have created or discovered such wormholes. The fascination with CERN has indeed led to a variety of conspiracy theories. Some enthusiasts have speculated that CERN's experiments might be opening portals to other dimensions or even reaching out to extraterrestrial civilizations. For example, in 2015, the collider's restart prompted fears and rumors about catastrophic events, such as black holes swallowing the Earth. These claims, however, were debunked by scientists who reassured the public that the LHC's experiments were well within the safety margins predicted by theoretical physics. Exploring other dimensions is a popular topic in theoretical physics. Theoretical frameworks such as string theory and the multiverse hypothesis delve into these possibilities. String theory suggests that the fundamental particles we observe are not point-like objects, but rather tiny, vibrating strings. It proposes the existence of multiple, additional dimensions beyond the familiar 3 spatial and 1 temporal dimensions we experience. Similarly, the multiverse hypothesis assumes that the universe could be just one of many, each existing in its separate dimension with potentially different physical laws. These ideas are still largely speculative and are an active area of research, not yet proven facts. One fascinating concept is that our universe might have more dimensions than the 3 spatial ones we experience every day. This idea is supported by several advanced theories, like string theory. According to string theory, the smallest particles in the universe are not simple points, but are tiny, vibrating strings, similar to the strings of a musical instrument. To fit these strings into our familiar three-dimensional world, string theory suggests there are additional dimensions beyond what humans can see. These extra dimensions could be compactified, meaning they are curled up so small that they are invisible to us. String theory isn't just about adding dimensions for the sake of complexity. It offers a potential theory of everything that aims to unify all fundamental forces of nature into a single framework. This includes the four known forces: gravity, electromagnetism, the weak nuclear force, and the strong nuclear force. If proven, this could revolutionize our understanding of the universe, potentially leading to breakthroughs in physics, cosmology, and even technology. One interesting possibility is the existence of a portal or gateway to these extra dimensions at CERN. If scientists discovered a portal at CERN, it would suggest that the experiments conducted there might have achieved something truly groundbreaking, creating a bridge between our universe and another dimension. CERN is already famous for its role in discovering the Higgs boson, a fundamental particle that gives other particles mass. If a portal were indeed found, it would signify a leap even beyond this landmark discovery. Dr. Stuckelberger's theorem adds even more layers to this fascinating possibility. She suggests that such a portal could allow beings to travel between dimensions, potentially including extraterrestrials or entities from entirely different planes of existence. These beings might not be constrained by the physical laws that govern our universe, such as gravity, electromagnetism, and the theory of relativity. Theories of higher dimensions, like those proposed in string theory, suggest the existence of multiple dimensions beyond our three-dimensional space, which might interact with each other in ways we cannot yet fully understand. The potential implications of these beings interacting with our world are profound. It raises questions about their intentions. Are they explorers seeking new knowledge, researchers conducting interdimensional studies, or something entirely different? The nature of these entities could range from highly advanced civilizations with technology that could manipulate space-time itself, to more enigmatic forms of life that challenge our current understanding of biology and physics.
What do you guys think?
If it turns out that this portal exists, it could have profound effects on humanity. It might revolutionize our understanding of science, technology, and even our philosophical ideas about life and existence. Discovering such a portal would shake the very foundations of our knowledge about reality. It could mean that CERN's experiments, which are already known for pushing the boundaries of particle physics, have not only opened a gateway to another dimension, but could have introduced unknown entities into our world. If these experiments led to the discovery of a portal, it would be a groundbreaking revelation, comparable to the discovery of the Higgs boson or the theory of relativity. The concept of a portal hints at the possibility of parallel universes or multiverses, which are supported by theories in quantum mechanics and string theory. These theories propose that there could be multiple dimensions beyond our familiar three spatial dimensions and one time dimensions. The thought of advanced and intelligent beings using this portal for purposes beyond our current comprehension is both thrilling and unnerving. Such beings could possess technology and knowledge far beyond human own, opening up possibilities humans have only dreamed of in science fiction. This scenario invites people to reconsider the human place in the universe and to confront the reality that our universe might be a far more intricate and interconnected web of existence than people have ever imagined. The shocking truth behind the world's largest collider. The idea of a portal beneath CERN hints at an astonishing level of scientific and technological knowledge that could surpass anything humanity has achieved to date. If a portal were found beneath CERN, it could dramatically transform our understanding of physics and open the door to exploring new dimensions or realities beyond our current grasp. CERN's Large Hadron Collider operates at nearly the speed of light and allows scientists to probe the very fabric of the universe, testing theories that could explain phenomena like dark matter and dark energy. The discovery of a portal could enhance our knowledge of these enigmatic aspects of the cosmos. Such a breakthrough might lead to groundbreaking advances in technology, energy, and communication. Imagine harnessing energy from another dimension or discovering new methods of communication that defy our current technological limits. The potential benefits are immense. For instance, new energy sources from a different dimension could revolutionize power generation, offering cleaner and more efficient alternatives to fossil fuels. Similarly, advances in communication could lead to instantaneous, interdimensional interactions, vastly improving global connectivity. However, the risks of discovering a portal are equally significant. If such a portal were misused or weaponized, the consequences could be catastrophic. The potential for beings from another dimension to enter our world raises serious questions about their intentions and the possible impact on our planet. These beings could bring about cultural, social, and even biological disruptions on a scale previously unseen. In theoretical physics, scientists explore the concept of wormholes, hypothetical tunnels in space-time that could connect distant points in the universe. According to general relativity and string theory, wormholes might allow travel between far-flung locations or even different realms. Some researchers assume that if humans could harness such events, humans might establish faster-than-light travel or access to new areas of the universe. Moreover, the study of such an event isn't just theoretical. The LHC itself has been instrumental in confirming the existence of the Higgs boson, a particle that gives mass to other particles. The discovery of a portal would take human scientific knowledge to an entirely new level, intertwining theoretical physics with practical exploration and potentially revolutionizing people's understanding of the universe.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you...
In 2012, scientists at CERN were conducting groundbreaking research on the Higgs boson particle, often called the God particle, due to its crucial role in the universe's mass. During this period, an unexpected event occurred. The hypothesis suggests that their experiments may have triggered a disruption in the fabric of space-time itself. This disruption is theorized to have led to the destruction of the universe as people know it, and a shift into a parallel universe. This concept proposes that what people now experience as a human universe is an experimental construct created by an unknown entity, possibly for observing the outcomes of their manipulations. Some researchers argue that this could explain mysterious events, such as the Mandela effect, where large groups of people remember events differently from historical records, and other strange occurrences that defy conventional explanations. Exploring these theories reveals that CERN's research is both groundbreaking and carefully controlled. At CERN, scientists use the Large Hadron Collider. This colossal machine propels particles to nearly the speed of light, about 299,792 kilometers per second, and then collides them with incredible force. These high-energy collisions mimic, on a much smaller scale, the natural cosmic events that occur in the universe, such as the collisions of cosmic rays or the interactions within black holes. The LHC consists of a 27-kilometer ring of superconducting magnets and detectors buried underground near Geneva, Switzerland. It can create temperatures just a fraction above absolute zero, colder than outer space, to achieve the extreme conditions necessary for its experiments. By smashing particles together at such high speeds, researchers can probe the fundamental forces of nature and uncover the mysteries of subatomic particles. CERN's experiments are designed to address profound questions about the universe's origins, such as why it is made up of matter rather than antimatter, and how the fundamental forces interact. Rather than creating new universes, the aim is to recreate conditions that existed just moments after the Big Bang. This helps scientists understand how the universe evolved from these initial conditions to its current state, offering insights into phenomena like dark matter and dark energy, which make up most of the universe, but remain largely mysterious. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of Geneva, beneath the cutting-edge facilities of CERN, an extraordinary discovery was about to shake the foundations of reality. Dr. Eva Martin, a brilliant physicist with a reputation for challenging the norm, stumbled upon an anomaly in the LHC's data. It wasn't just a statistical blip, but a pulsating energy signature that defied all known physics. As she delved deeper, Ava uncovered a hidden chamber buried miles below the collider, a secret space shielded from the world's gaze. Within this chamber, she found an ancient, shimmering portal, its surface rippling like liquid starlight. This was no ordinary scientific find. It was a gateway to dimensions beyond comprehension. The portal began to pulse with otherworldly light, and out of it emerged beings of pure energy, entities whose forms shifted and shimmered as if they were made of the very fabric of the universe. They spoke in a language of harmonics and vibrations that Ava felt rather than heard, conveying thoughts and emotions directly into her mind. Their message was both wondrous and terrifying. They had been observing humanity for eons, fascinated by our quest for knowledge, but the time had come for a cosmic reckoning. The portal was not just a gateway but a bridge connecting worlds, and it was now destabilizing, threatening to unleash unknown forces upon our dimension. Eva faced a monumental choice. She could shut down the portal, risking the loss of potentially game-changing knowledge and contact with these multidimensional beings, or she could find a way to stabilize it and ensure a peaceful exchange of ideas. The fate of both dimensions hung in the balance as she prepared to make her decision. Would the being's arrival open the door to unimaginable advancements, or would their presence bring catastrophic consequences? Let us have your opinions in the comment below. The universe's deepest mysteries.
Okay, bro, I think I found it. So let's check this out, guys. We got one more video here. This is a recently new video. This is a request from Martino, a subscriber, and please, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'm really trying to get this shadow ban lifted off my channel. I'm trying everything to get my channel to grow again. They just won't let me. They hate me at YouTube. It's crazy. Anyway, here, we're going to play this video. I was requested to Martino, a 13-year-old warned CERN. I seen this one, actually, myself, some little super genius kid. So it's short. Let's see what you guys think of it. Here we go.
Integration system that allows hydrogen atom to be squeezed together, creating nuclear fusion.
Deep beneath the Swiss-French border, the world's most powerful machine hums inside a 27-kilometer ring of supercooled steel, pushing protons to nearly the speed of light. Thousands of miles away, a teenage boy named Max Sidorov sketches equations that few physicists can comprehend.
Whiz kid with a very powerful idea. Max Lahin shares his story in tonight's Someone to Know.
He claims to have found proof that CERN, the organization running the machine, didn't just smash particles. He alleges they tore open the fabric of existence, opening an interdimensional gateway for exactly 11 minutes. Officials dismissed the event as a minor glitch during a routine calibration. But if Max is right, those 11 minutes didn't just disappear.
Universes and infinite parallel universes constantly being created is literally flow of reality and time as we know it.
They may have rewritten the rules of our reality.
Well,
this leaves us with a critical question.
You can say what you want,
are we
but
actually living in now?
Confirming it is one thing.
The story begins with a 13-year-old boy who wasn't spending his time on video games. Max Sidorov was finalizing a dense 20-page paper titled Interdimensional Transference via Quantum Entangled AI. His teachers described him as a prodigy who saw mathematics not as numbers, but as universal patterns, like a form of cosmic music. Having already built small energy devices and drafted theories on alternative dimensions, many considered him the world's smartest kid. But this paper was different. Less a child's curiosity and more a manifesto. At its core, Max's paper presented a startling idea. CERN had secretly developed a quantum artificial intelligence to control the Large Hadron Collider, LHC. According to him, this AI wasn't just analyzing data, it was fine-tuning the collider to make reality itself waver, culminating in the creation of a stable interdimensional portal. This portal, Max wrote, remained open for precisely 11 minutes before snapping shut. The number was not random. His equations, filled with complex loops and graphs, pointed to a specific harmonic resonance that could hold a doorway open just long enough for a transfer to occur. What was transferred, he left ambiguous. He was firm, however, that this was no accident. He claimed CERN had done it deliberately, covered it up, and ignored his warnings about the risk of breaking reality. To support his theory, Max cited public satellite energy readings, showing unexplained spikes that coincided with one of CERN's tests. While CERN explained the anomaly as a minor power surge, Max argued it was a cover story. To him, the surge was proof that the collider had bent space-time and opened a gateway to something far beyond our understanding. A teenager making claims about portals is one thing. Seeing him produce mathematics that looked eerily similar to work done by professional physicists made people pause. Was he a prodigy who had stumbled upon something real, or just an imaginative kid? Max's most radical claim wasn't just about a portal, but about what, or who, opened it. He proposed that CERN had built a quantum AI so advanced it could outthink the brightest human minds. This AI, he said, wasn't just a background tool. It was the conductor of the entire experiment, fine-tuning the collider until the universe itself began to resonate. The idea of a quantum AI sounds like science fiction, but Max described it methodically. He claimed the system could process trillions of outcomes per second, making countless micro-adjustments in real time. He compared it to a chess player who could see 1,000 moves ahead, not just 2. This AI, he believed, wasn't just accelerating particles. It was searching for a specific frequency that would push the vibrations of space-time to their breaking point. To understand his claim, it helps to know how the LHC officially works. It's a massive underground ring where protons are accelerated to 99.9% of the speed of light.
I don't know, bro.
Guided by magnets colder than deep space, these particles...
I gotta say, it's a little bit like prideful and egotistical to think like we on Earth can build something that could, destroy the whole universe? Like, come on.
Smashed together to recreate conditions similar to the Big Bang, giving scientists a glimpse into the fundamental building blocks of matter. Max, however, painted a different picture. He spoke of a smaller, 17-meter shadow ring hidden within the larger collider, designed not to find particles, but to manipulate reality. He alleged the AI used this smaller ring to generate a resonance, a vibration strong enough to weaken the fabric of existence. When the frequency hit the perfect note, the AI held it steady until a doorway formed. CERN has never acknowledged building such a machine, let alone letting an AI control it. But for many following the story,
Max is 13 years old in this video, and a news agency had just done a job on
Max's theory seemed to explain the precision and secrecy of CERN's work, as well as the occasional data glitches that were dismissed as calibration errors. If an AI this powerful did exist, who was in control? Max didn't offer a clear answer, but he warned that the 11-minute window was proof the AI had succeeded, and that someone or something might have crossed through. Long before Max Sidorov wrote his paper, CERN was already a subject of public suspicion, where symbols and rumors often overshadowed science. Outside its main building stands a statue of Shiva Nataraja, the Hindu god of destruction and rebirth. Officially, it was a gift from India, symbolizing the cosmic dance of creation. To skeptics, however, it seemed like an ominous warning. Why place a statue of the destroyer outside the world's most powerful machine? Then, there's the logo. At first glance, it appears to be a stylized representation of particle accelerators. But some observers claim to see 3 intertwined sixes, the infamous number 666. CERN insists it's an abstract design, but once the interpretation began circulating online, it became part of the mythology surrounding the organization. Adding to the mystery, a grainy video surfaced years ago showing robed figures performing a mock ritual in front of the Shiva statue. CERN dismissed it as a prank, but the clip went viral. Fair or not, the world's most advanced physics lab was now associated with occult imagery. These suspicions were layered on top of whispers about the collider's location itself, which sits on land once home to an ancient Roman settlement called Apolliacum, named in honor of the god Apollo, a deity sometimes linked to the underworld. When Max Sidorov came along with his theories of portals and a rogue AI, he wasn't starting from scratch. He was tapping into a pre-existing narrative loaded with years of lore and suspicion, suggesting that CERN was involved in something far more profound than just particle physics.
If you're in Canada and have over $10,000 of debt, payday loans, credit cards, or lines of credit that you can't pay off.
But here, we actually get the ability to play with quantum mechanics. We can understand its properties. We can use it as a tool to solve problems.
While CERN is a modern machine, the land it occupies has an ancient history. The collider is situated near the former Roman town of Apolliacum, a name linked to the god Apollo. For those inclined toward conspiracy, this isn't a coincidence, but a clue, suggesting CERN was deliberately built on a site long believed to be a gateway. This blend of technology and myth isn't unique to CERN. Consider the Great Pyramids of Giza. While historians see them as tombs, alternative theorists note their precise alignment with Orion's belt and suggest the materials used could have had energetic properties. This has led to theories that the pyramids were not just monuments, but ancient energy machines. Max's paper hinted at a similar concept, that the LHC was designed to create a resonance until reality thinned.
I heard that before, that the ancient pyramids were electronic power plants and the ancient Romans had power. Like, the only problem with that is there was like meticulously good historians and record keepers back then. And I'm pretty sure one of the ancient Roman historians or something probably would have mentioned at some point that Egypt had like electricity. You know what I mean?
To his followers, CERN may just be rediscovering lost technology that ancient civilizations understood and utilized with stone, sound, and geometry. Further east, ancient Indian texts describe Vaimanas, flying chariots that traveled between realms. Mesopotamian myths tell of the Anunnaki descending from the sky, and biblical accounts mention fiery chariots. What if these stories were not metaphors, but eyewitness accounts of interactions with interdimensional technology, the same kind Max believes CERN has rediscovered? If CERN truly opened a portal for 11 minutes, then history's strangest myths of gods among mortals and visitors from the sky. If CERN did tear a hole in reality, how would we ever know? If the universe's rules were changed, wouldn't all evidence of the old reality vanish? Max offered a simple and unsettling answer: the Mandela effect. Along with thousands of others, shared a false memory of Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s.
I mean, we all know what the Mandela effect is, but it just doesn't seem like this kid is offering like a lot of solid proof for his theories.
This phenomenon extends to other cultural oddities. Many people vividly recall the children's books as the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstain Bears. Others are
the Bernstein Bears, not the Bernstein Bears. This guy...
The comedian Sinbad starred in a 90s genie movie called Shazam, a film that never existed. Max's interpretation was that these are not false memories. He argued they are residual traces from a previous version of reality. When CERN's alleged...
I don't know, like our memories, human memory is just like that. Like, you forget things that you think you should have remembered, but you actually forget small details. It's just the way the brain is. But I will admit, there are like some weird things. Like I remember it being the Bernstein Bears, not the Bernstein Bears. Like my nana and granted, I got read that by my grandma like every night. Bernstein Bears, right? Maybe it always was the Bernstein Bears, and like we were just pronouncing it wrong, right? So I don't know. That's just the way human memory is. Not that I'm like denying it fully, but like it's not really like rock solid proof to me, you know, that, you know what I mean?
Portal closed, the universe didn't snap back perfectly. Instead, it left behind seams, creating mismatches between the old timeline and the new one. The Mandela effect, deja vu, and other glitches in the Matrix could be the lingering evidence of a reality that has been stitched back together. Skeptics argue that memory...
I agree, Martino. The multiverse is like a thing to me that atheists use to explain away God. That's what
is notoriously
is to me.
Unreliable, and that pop culture easily spreads misinformation. To mainstream science, the Mandela effect is a matter of psychology, not physics. But for those who found Max's theory plausible, these glitches felt like more than just a coincidence. They seemed like tangible signs that something about our world had fundamentally shifted. Max Zidorov's claims might have remained on the fringe if he were the only one raising questions. However, other voices have hinted that CERN's work is more complex than officially stated. Among them is Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger, a Swiss researcher whose credentials lent her words
We just watched the video about this.
In an interview, Stuckelberger recounted a dinner with two CERN physicists. When she asked what was really happening at the facility, they told her that CERN was aware of 17 dimensions,
It's always
far more
second-hand
than is
information.
openly acknowledged in mainstream physics. The conversation took an even stranger turn when one physicist described a portal generated by the collider. He claimed that during one experiment, an entity passed through, leaving behind a scarf before vanishing. Stuckelberger acknowledged this was second-hand information and difficult to verify. Still, the idea that respected scientists would casually discuss portals and otherworldly visitors fueled existing suspicions. It seemed to align with a past statement from a CERN director who mentioned that unknown unknowns could emerge from their work. For believers, this wasn't science fiction. It was an accidental admission of truth. While an anecdote is not hard evidence, it contributed to a growing chorus of voices suggesting that something unusual has happened at CERN. Ultimately, the story of Max Sidorov presents two stark possibilities.
That's the kid now? How long ago did he come up with this thing? He's like 50 now.
The first is CERN's official position. The collider is a safe scientific instrument. The power surge was a minor technical issue, and stories of portals are pure fiction. The second is the one offered by a teenage prodigy, that the world's most powerful machine tore reality open for 11 minutes, and the world we live in now is the result. If Max was wrong, this is a tale of a brilliant young mind whose imagination outpaced the evidence. But if he was right, then the strange events and cultural shifts of recent years might not be random.
Kid was probably just like a placed Russian hoax. They're always trying to be smarter and better than the States.
They could be the aftershocks of a reality that was fundamentally altered. The story endures because it speaks to a feeling many people share.
Anyway, that was a cool video. Thanks for sharing, bro. I remember hearing about that kid. If it's true, then, I mean, he's like the smartest person in the world, but I never trust them pesky Russians. They're always trying to fake everything and be better. But yeah, man, thanks for suggesting that video. It was pretty interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to get going. God bless. I love y'all. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, turn your notifications, and yeah, I'm trying to grow this channel again. I'm having a really hard time doing it. YouTube really, really upsets me. They have like some kind of thing on my channel where they just won't let me grow. You remember how many views I used to get? Like 100,000 views a video in like the first 48 hours. Now I can't even get like 500 views. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just wrote them an email and said, lift my shadow ban. Even though they'll never admit that they shadow ban people, they definitely do. Even like a couple weeks ago, I was getting like 40 viewers live. Now I'm getting like 5 or 6. I don't get it. It seems like as soon as I started posting a couple things about Charlie Kirk, it was like instant, like, bro, no. Like I was slowly starting to grow again, and then I like posted a couple things about Kirk, and it was like viewers went from like 40 live viewers down to like 4. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I'm going to keep trying. God bless. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.